Welcome back to Budget to Blessings. We are actually going to do something totally different. I have a shirt that I need to make for a customer, and I decided, oh, why not videotape it and then share it on my YouTube page? Okay, so what we're going to do, I am working in the Cricut and I am on the canvas, and I already uploaded what I needed. So we're going to go ahead and click on it. I want to customize it. I could just click on make it, but let's just go and customize it. Okay, so I'm making 2 shirts. So I'm actually going to make 3, but I'm going to just show you guys the whole process of 1 shirt. So I sized it here, and this size is 11 by 5. This is for the bigger size shirt. I think this is what I want it to be. And I think that is big enough. The shirt actually says my problem is I want to follow Jesus. I'll move this one out of the way. My problem is I want to follow Jesus and slap people too. So she put a request in for this shirt. So here I am going to cut it for her. So we got this part here where I just uploaded it from, a lot of times I purchase my SVGs. I can create SVGs too. But a lot of times sometimes people see stuff and I just go ahead with it. And that's, so I don't have to make it too many changes. But I could change the font, and all this if I didn't like it. But this is what they actually wanted. This is what they sent. This is what I am going to do. So I am going to cut both because at one time. So you'll actually see me do that. Okay, so we want to go over to, you may not see it, we move the camera a little bit to make it. And so now you see that it's apart, right? You see Jesus is there, slap, you see all these are apart. We don't want that. I could cut it out like this, but we want to save time and we want to make things a little easier. So we want to go back here. I'm going to go to this one first, and we want to attach it. And then here, that one's attached. And then we want to go to the second one. That's this one. And we want to attach that one as well. So this way, look, let's see what happens. Let's make it. Okay, make. Okay, you don't want to make? Click on make it. What is going on? Okay. Really? It's attached. And why you don't want to make it? Okay, that's Cricut. Moving all slow. There we go, we have it now. So I'll make this a little bigger so you can see it. So now we have it. I move mine down a little bit so I can stay underneath the red. And, just a little bit. So it's underneath the red. So my problem is I want to follow Jesus and slap people too. And then here we want to move this down here. Give that some space to cut. And is it above the red? Yeah, it's above the red. I like this. Yeah, it's above the red. I like to give it a little bit of room. I want to make sure it's not touching up here. No. So then we want to come over here we want to mirror it because we are going to be pressing this onto a t-shirt. This is HTV vinyl, which is heat transfer vinyl. We're going to mirror it. Look at that. And now it is mirrored. I'll make it smaller for you guys so y'all can see it. Okay, make it a little smaller. And we all got it on here now. It's mirrored. Now we want to hit continue, which is over here. And so I'm not sure if my machine is going to connect or not. Uh-oh. Is it want to connect? It connected! Woo, woo! Yeah, it connected. Yes, because it's been giving me like problems. So we want to go here And we want to hit iron on. I don't know if it's going to come up iron on or not. Yeah, so we hit everyday iron on because this is what we're doing. I don't know why this is not actually saved. And then we want to use the pressure of default. And then this is just tell us our needle, you know, and then load the mat and press load, unload button. And here we go. And so the next step after we've gotten here, we need to load the Cricut. Okay, so now we have the mat, the Cricut mat. This is the standard grip. And it is the 12 by 24, as you can see, and it's the vinyl. And you always want to put the shiny side down on the mat. And the other side that's not shiny goes in. So we want to go ahead and put it into the Cricut press. Go ahead and feed it, okay? So then I have to go back to the computer. I'm going back to the computer and I'm putting it on fast mode. There is a spot in Cricut where you can put it on fast mode. So the next thing I need to hit is the C to go ahead and get it started. And I may have to move back some. Okay. And so we're going to hit the C. And now it is cutting. So, and this is what the machine does. And it's able to cut vinyl, cardstock, sticker paper, glossy paper, regular vinyl that you would just put like on glasses. It's kind of loud, right? I don't know if y'all can even hear me. It's kind of loud. We will most likely fast forward this part. Well, cutting, because that's not printing, that's actually cutting. And we're going to go ahead and release the button. And that was like 5 minutes of cutting. It's because I cut it 2 shirts. Cut it 2 instead of 1. So we're going to go on to the next step. Okay, so we did part 1. We made the video, sorry for the shadow. Part 2, you see we cut out the vinyl. Part 3, we're going to weed the vinyl. This is a little instrument I got at Harbor Freight. It looks like a dentist tool almost. And these weed just as good. I was looking for my Cricut weeder, the one that but I can't find that one. So we're going to, okay, I'm going to start at the bottom here. A couple ways to do it. So here, so we gotta have a conversation, y'all, while I sit here and weed this. And I did it close so you can see it. So I'm actually pulling it off. You know, you want to take your time. I know the font for Jesus is really thin, so I want to be careful when I get to that part so I don't use any of my letters. So we just want to pull it. And because this is all one color, this was easy. If I had to do 2 or 3 colors, it would be something totally different. So we just want to grab it. I also have the pencil one too. I could have grabbed that one too. The one that also is a weeding tool as well. So here we want to be a little careful because the font is a little thin. Here it's a little thicker, so it's easier to pull. And grab it. And grab it. And grab it. And grab it. Here we're going to just pick it up a little bit. Take our time around here. I want to take my time around here because that font is a little thin. Okay, so we're going to still grab it. I just want to take my time here. And there's so many different things I could have done. If I wanted to make the Jesus bigger by pulling it apart, that's a whole nother, like a whole nother class. I really didn't do anything extra with this. I really just did just how the person who created it. I'm trying to see it because it's so hard to see white. It's so hard to see where it's at. So I'm just going to go and, you know, now we're calling this weeding out the stuff I don't need. Because you don't want to press that. Nope. And we want to keep going. My lighting the room that I'm in, the lighting is not that great. So, and I should have put on, it's the same room. I'm in the same room that I really do my videos into, but I usually do the ring light, but I didn't even plug it up over here because I'm in a different part of the room. I just set up a little different because I just thought I needed a little bit more space. And then I had to break the video up too, so you guys, it's kind of broken up in pieces. This wasn't enough space to do it all, to show it all at one time. So, you know, you pause and you record. And I'm learning that. You pause and you record and you edit it. That's all. And you add it together. Does this have a little piece here? I'm trying to see. It does. Right there. And so we're just weeding out the parts we don't need. Yep, just weeding out parts we don't need. So how's everybody's Tuesday? Because I am actually doing this on a Tuesday. I'm doing this on a Tuesday. Okay, so everything's out. I just wanted to double check to make sure everything is out. There's no circles in there because I have made that mistake before. Kept a piece in there and pressed it, and honey, that is so hard to get off. So here it goes, the finish. And that wasn't too bad. And I thought this Jesus part was a little thinner, but it wasn't too thin. It does have a little thickness to it. So we want to go on to, so we already, one, we was in, my phone is crooked for some reason. For one, we already did Design Space in Cricut. We did that, the computer work. 2, we actually had the Cricut cut this out. 3, we weeded it. We had to weed out the things that we don't need. 4, we're going to press it on the shirt. So there's 4 steps. So we'll be back for the 4th step. All right, so I'm off to the side a little bit, and I'm going to try to do this, recording it from this side, because I have to figure out a better way to actually do this recording. Next time I'll probably just be able to, I was doing it without showing me. So here you have the black shirt that I can get at Michael's. Here we're doing a lint. Look at all that lint. You want to do the lint roll first because it will pick up all that lint when we get ready to lay down the vinyl. So you see, we collected a lot of lint. So we want to get the lint off. We got the lint off. The next step we want to do is we want to press the shirt a little bit to lift up some of the fibers. So here is my handy dandy Cricut press. I actually have an industrial one too, but I don't really like to use it. To me, the industrial one's a lot of pressure on my back pulling up the handle. So if I don't have to use that one, I don't. I just pull out my good old, is it heated? It's 350 for 30 seconds. We tried it. So, and we pressed it. Okay, I know I'm in the way of this camera, and I'm going to move it here. Sorry, guys. A little bit. Okay, so I can work from this angle. All right, so we pressed the t-shirt out. We're good to go. Now, the rule of thumb, I love my ruler. I have like 3 or 4 of these because when I can't find one, if you are a true crafter and you know how it is with scissors and tools that you need, you always know you misplace stuff. I'm always misplacing this big old ruler. Gets misplaced, trust me. And I always gotta be like, okay, let me grab another one. Let me see if I can find another one. I've given some of them out. I actually caught them on clearance at Cricket. So, yeah, I will buy. I don't live without my ruler. I can measure it also by my hand too. There's people who do it this way. I could do that way as well. But I am going to use my ruler, and we are going to do 3. And you may not be able to see it. Let me move the camera up a little bit more. Okay, so I always do 3 from the collar. So this is 3. And then I take, oh, wait a minute. See how we got that little piece there? We don't want that there because that will iron. Is it on the shirt? It will iron onto the shirt, and that is not part. I don't believe that's part of the design. And see, now I removed it because you won't want to press that. So I take this, and I want to take the letter. So really, I'm working with the up here at the top where it says my problem. I'm really making sure this is like on 3. I mean, it could be a little under it or over it. It's not a big deal, but I'm always making sure it's on 3, and I take it off. Now, now that is not centered from my angle. And I need to move it over some. So I'm going to move it over some. That's what I'm going to do. Just move it over some. And it's okay if you under the little 3 or over 3. It's not, you know, right in stone. You won't be able to tell. It's cool. Oh, shoot. Okay, so my next step is I want to make it centered. Now, there is a lot of people who fold their shirt in half. Then they'll fold this part in half and match it up that way. I do not do that. And I find that doing things, you have to do it what you're comfortable with. And I tried that technique of folding the shirt and thing. It just didn't stay with me because that's not how I do mine. So everybody does it different. I don't do that. I just pull out my handy dandy ruler. And okay, I'll try to make this angle right. I pull out my ruler. I take it from over here, from where the sleeve is, and I look at it, and I'm like, it's like a little over the 3. Okay. So then I'm trying to find space so I can do the other one. Then I'll just move this one over, and I'm gonna do the same thing here. And what I see on here, it is much closer to the 4. So now that doesn't work. So to me, that's not center. So I need to move this over a tad bit more. Now, this is some extra steps. So you don't have to do it this way. This is just what I'm comfortable with. It's still at 4. And it moved over a little bit. So we want to still... I still want to pull it over a little bit more. Okay. Sometimes I'm right on the market. Now this one's, it's not on the 4. It's the line before the 4. So let me move that over that way. And this is as close as it's going to get. It's almost on the, let's do that again. This is right there. And this is, it's now, they are even. That's my step. Everybody does not do it that way. If you watch some other people who do them, they do the folding of the shirt. I tried it that way. Doesn't work for me. So, and I think sometimes it's just people's learning styles and what you become comfortable with. I pull out my ruler and I just use my ruler. And you'll get some people that use the ruler too. I am a ruler person. I am not the fold in half and all that. I can eyeball it as well sometimes. But I like my ruler. Just trying to see, make sure I have, is the shirt on? Okay. So we're on. Yeah. So now you can use parchment paper from the dollar store. And when I first started doing the Cricut, that's what I used. I would go to the dollar store and buy rolls and rolls of the parchment paper. And then I would move to Cricut. Cricut would have the parchment paper already cut up. And then now I moved to these because these last much longer. And I'm trying to think of what they're called. Almost like parchment paper. I can't think of the name of right at the top of my head. Now I moved to them because I can use them over and over and over again a billion times. And I like it. So I moved to these. So this is what I use now. So now we're going to take our heat press and we are going to move the camera a little bit. Back just a little bit. And now we are going to press the shirt. We're going to press and we're going to press it 30 seconds. And we may speed through this part too as well. All right, so we're done. It beeped. We're done. You will learn with some of the vinyls whether it's a cold pill or hot pill. I believe the white is a hot pill. So while it's still a little hot, it's not real hot, I'm going to pill it because it is a hot pill. There is some colors, certain brands that are a cold pill that it needs to be cold or warm. And sometimes if it's a hot pill and I'm thinking, and I waited too long, I just press over it again just to give it some heat. Bam. There we go. Shirt is done. And what I like to do, again, because we want to make sure the vinyl, you want to make sure it's into the fabrics and the fibers of the shirt. Sometimes you can even see it come through, but when you see it come through, sometimes you may feel like, oh, okay, I gave it too much heat. But I always like to go over it again because you really want it to be in there so that when they wash, they don't have a problem. I have several shirts that I've made and I've washed them, and I don't always follow the direction of how to wash the shirts, what I might give to somebody else. My vinyl is still on. So I want to go, and I'm just going to give it, just a quick 10. Just go over it a little bit more, just to give it a little bit more pressure. Just to give it a little something so we know that it'll stay on. We don't want nothing popping off. But I've had shirts that I've worn and not popped off. So, and we are done. And that is the shirt. I normally lift the shirt up because I'm eyeballing it because it's laying down. But I got it. I'm pretty sure it is perfect. And I will do, I will actually show it on the little mannequin so that we know that it's good. So this is the shirt, and this was step 4. I'm always trying to pick this, be lint. Black Clary's lint, so much lint. Okay, so that is step number 4. Thank you guys, and I really appreciate you taking out the time as I create a shirt for a customer. Please, if you like what you saw, please like, subscribe, comment, and let me know. Okay, thanks, bye.